A few weeks ago I unboxed the Chinese smartphone called Mlais M4 Note. I've been testing all of its features for a few weeks and the time has come to bring you my detailed review of the device. As usual, there is a timeline in the video description so that you can jump to this section of interest. Let's begin with a quick unboxing. The device comes packed in a teal blue box with the company's logo on the front and a technical specification on the reverse. Let's take a look inside. The first thing that you'll see once you remove the cover is the Mlais M4 Note in a protective bag. Mine is in white color, but a black variant is also available. I'm gonna put it aside for just 1 minute to show you the remaining contents of the box. Below a card divider you'll find an instruction manual in English, a USB wall charger with EU plug and 1 ampere output, and a micro USB cable. Let's now move on to the build and design of the smartphone. The design looks very familiar. It is in fact almost identical to the Samsung Galaxy Note 4, and that is without a doubt where Mlais got their inspiration from. On the top of the front panel lies the 8-megapixel front camera, headset speaker and the sensors on the right. Below we have the 5.5-inch IPS display with HD resolution covered by a factory-installed protective film. On the bottom is a centrally located home button, which feels a little bit flimsy, and 2 capacitive buttons on each side. The body of the device is made of stainless steel. On the right side you can find a metal volume rocker. On the bottom right is the first microphone, and on the right side we have the power button. The top of the device is where you'll find the micro USB port for charging and data exchange, and a headphone jack. On reverse of Mlais M4 Note is a 13-megapixel camera with LED flash. Below is the Mlais logo and the main speaker of the device. The back is plastic and you can remove it by prying with your nail on a slit located on the right side. It takes a little bit of effort to remove it, and I was slightly worried that the plastic hinges would break. Below the cover is the 2400 mAh lithium polymer battery in protective film. Here we can also find the micro SD card slot, as well as a slot for regular and micro SIM cards. The device is well constructed and I had no major objections to the build quality. Maybe except a barely noticeable gap that could be found below the screen in my unit. The specs are quite impressive. We have a quad-core 64-bit MediaTek MT6732 chip with Mali T760 graphics, 2GB of RAM and 16GB of built-in memory expandable by a microSD slot. The device also comes with LTE with support for bands 1, 3, 7 and 20, Bluetooth 4.0, GPS and GLONASS. During my GPS test with airplane mode switched on, Mlais didn't pick up any satellites. The situation didn't improve when I connected to mobile networks. The GPS module in my unit was broken, but that could be an isolated case. The device currently works on Android 5.0 with no manufacturer skins and stock look. In Antutu benchmark, my unit scored 33,196 points, which is a decent result and puts it right below the LG G3. When testing the phone in demanding games such as Real Racing 3 or Modern Combat 5, it performed well. I did notice occasional frame drops in Real Racing, but Modern Combat 5 runs smoothly. Unfortunately, the device did heat up quite significantly whilst gaming. The main speaker of Mlais M4 Note is mounted on the back of the device. This is not an ideal location as the sound is dispersed away from the user. The location is not the only problem though, as the quality is very poor and the loudness quite low. The 5.5-inch IPS LCD display in Mlais M4 Note has a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. Although the pixel density is not the highest, during normal use pixels are noticeable only on close inspection. The colors on the screen are vibrant and brightness is high. In my unit I did however notice yet another defect. In 2 places the screen appeared lighter. As I've previously mentioned, the Mlais M4 Note currently works on Android 5.0 Lollipop with no skins and only a few pre-installed apps. Mlais M4 supports 2 SIM cards, and in phone settings you'll find the SIM card management. A special flip case with a round cutout is also available for the device, and in display settings you'll find the S-View menu. Here you can select to display a digital or analog clock and the music control buttons. The 16GB memory of the device is split into 2 partitions, and I don't know why Mlais had not kept it as a unified storage. Fortunately, we can expand memory by the microSD cards. On the list of settings, you'll find the off-screen gestures. The first available is the double tap to wake, which unfortunately did not work on my unit. The others work by drawing a shape on lock screen to launch an app, and those worked no problem. Mlais M4 Note has a built-in 2400 mAh lithium polymer battery. Paired with a big 5.5-inch display, you can expect wonders in terms of battery life. During intensive use with LTE switched on, I managed to drain the battery in just a few hours, and the screen on time was just around 2 hours. When I spent time mostly within Wi-Fi's reach, and with less intensive use, I managed to get a more decent result of around 3 hours of screen on time. Let's move on to the camera. Mlais M4 Note comes equipped with a 13-megapixel module with CMOS sensor, f/2 aperture, autofocus and LED flash on the back, and 8-megapixel wide-angle module with f/2 aperture in the front. The camera app has quite a standard layout with mode selection on the left-hand side in horizontal position and the shutter and camera buttons as well as settings on the right. On the list of modes we have the normal mode, live photo, beautify, panorama and the multi-angle view. In settings you can change the save location, adjust exposition and white balance as well as picture parameters and turn on the anti-flicker mode. In camera settings you can additionally select voice commands, face and smile detection, as well as automatic scene mode, turn timer or choose from one of the available resolutions and adjust the ISO. Pictures taken with Mlais M4 Note are okay for a device from this price range. Some turned out overexposed and the HDR mode would always show some blur. The device coped well with macro shots and low light photographs looked quite impressive as well. When it comes to the video recorded at the maximum Full HD resolution, the material looked very average and the camera would refocus multiple times. In settings we can also choose time-lapse recording and here the results are very nice. Is Mlais M4 Note a device that you should consider and can it compete with other flagship devices? I have to say that at first I was very impressed with this device. The build quality is very good, the technical specification impressive, additionally the device comes at an attractive price and what's even better with close to stock Android Lollipop. Unfortunately, as I was testing the device, my initial enthusiasm was gradually killed by various issues. The GPS in my unit did not function at all and the display was not evenly lit up with two brighter areas. Those could however be isolated issues. The Mlais M4 Note additionally has a short battery life, partitioned memory, a poor speaker, and the double tap to wake gesture does not work properly. If it wasn't for the aforementioned problems, the Mlais M4 Note would be a device worth recommending. Unfortunately, with the lack of service centers outside of China and the long list of issues, its attractive price of $155 plus taxes is no longer such a great bargain. I hope that you've enjoyed my review. I look forward to any comments and opinions that you may have about the smartphone. You can also find a link to the website where you can purchase the device and get it shipped worldwide in the video description. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to see more of my uploads. Thanks for watching.